Cyber crooks have a new target, Facebook. A lot of us will be listening to this closely. An emerging trend, hackers targeting Facebook profiles as a way to scam money from people. Let's bring in Bob Sullivan, our MSNBC.com technology correspondent, live from Seattle. Hi, Bob.
Hi, how you doing, Jeff?
Before we chat about this man's story from Seattle and exactly what happened to him, let's listen to the man himself. It's Brian Rootberg. Let's listen in.
It changed to Brian is in urgent need of help, all caps, multiple exclamation points. I guess is the way the scammer set the table for reaching out individually to my friends. The story was, I'm stuck here in London. I was on vacation at a resort. We were held up at gunpoint, and now I have no way to get back home. Please send money.
So anybody can just make up one of these Facebook profiles. I've actually thought this before. Anybody can post anybody's name, Bob?
Well, that's one thing. There's the idea that there could be a fake profile, but this scam we're talking about here is really quite a bit more sophisticated than that. In this case, someone actually hijacked Brian's actual Facebook account, his proper Facebook account, which meant not only did he look like Brian when he posted that note saying, I'm in trouble, I need help, but he was able to send emails. The scammer, the imposter, was able to send emails to all of Brian's friends, which he did one at a time, and in one case even followed up with a phone call and said, I've been held up at gunpoint, please send me money. One of his friends did actually ultimately send $1,200 to London. He's out the money now.
Wow, and so I understand when Brian tried to call Facebook, he actually had, because that's what a lot of us would do, right? We'd call Facebook or get in touch with them and say, pull this profile, something's going on. But he had a hard time with Facebook, right?
Well, there is no phone number to call Facebook. Facebook doesn't offer a telephone support, and they have forms online that you can send, but Brian, and I've heard from a number of people since then, have a lot of trouble getting Facebook to react quickly to this. The company still has some questions to answer about this incident, and after doing this story, since doing this story, I've heard that this has really happened to a lot of folks. Not a lot of folks have necessarily lost money yet, but there are a ton of folks who are having their accounts hijacked, and then their friends are all hearing some sort of dire story, and they're asking for money.
And you actually have some tips, right? Let's talk about those tips about how to protect yourself.
Well, the most important thing is really anything that involves Western Union and someone you don't know, just don't do it. Almost every internet scam, whatever kind of nice wrapping they put around it, comes down to please wire me money, because Western Union and money wiring is the one way you can send money and not get it back. So,
and you're saying be suspicious of everyone, anyone, even friends, because you don't actually know if it's that friend who's asking for the money.
Yeah, and I hate to say that, but it's the truth. Over the internet, you just don't know who's talking to you. And again, this Facebook thing is so real, because when you get an email from the internal Facebook system, I mean, there was Brian's picture, and there was a note right next to Brian's picture. Very believable. But be skeptical when you see any kind of a story like this.
And a lot of us, by the way, we'll just get to these other quickly, don't use the same password for all of your accounts and have more than one contact email address, not just one.
Yeah, if you use Facebook, have a second contact, because that's the best way to get back into the system if it's locked out. What happened to Brian was the bad guy changed his login information, so he couldn't get into the account for a full 24 to 36 hours. That could happen to you, too. And there's lots of ways these guys are stealing passwords. So even if you think you're safe, you might not be.
Bob Sullivan, scary for all of us who have Facebook pages. Appreciate it. Thanks.